Domenico Della Vega. Domenico Della Vega here. Giraffic Apartment podcast. To talk about helicopter. So we wanted to get a song done quickly, just to have a little better choice of what to put on the album. So we thought, okay, we'll write a song, write it fast. Fast for us could be 2 years, but we kind of were thinking 1 month, which was a bit ambitious. So to be as minimalistic as possible on the instruments and the structure of the song, how long the song was, everything, the lyrics, simple, repeat lyrics, choruses, whatever. We took time to try to get the lyrics.
Helicopter, close the window.
To reflect the mood of the tune, and the mood of the tune dictated by this simple bass and snare and very simple acoustic guitars.
Edison, illuminate the world. Staring in the fridge, haven't touched the fruit again. Staring in the fridge, haven't touched the fruit.
Giraffic Apartment Helicopter podcast. I like it. Okay, so we did put a keyboard on it, that piano, but even that was really, really simple, so it only took to record it at least and to have decide the notes, whatever. A few sessions, a week or two. And then, of course, had to spend a bit of a while mucking around with the placement of it in there and keeping guitars out again.
Distracted by the phone, wasn't thinking. Distracted by the phone, all you after.
But you know, of course, the fade out, that was tweaked constantly over months and months.
Giraffic Apartment Podcast.
Next.
Giraffic Apartment.
Hi, this is Vicente Nueve, that's my moniker in Giraffic Apartment, the band. So, Messin is the first track of the album Thump, and this is the story of how we came up with the lyrics. Well, this is a podcast, not a story. Well, this was a song that Domenico had pretty much done all the music for, so I was sitting around for a while, so I decided to put down a track one night when I had the apartment to myself. So the verses were all spontaneous, you know. We were happy to leave them like that without overthinking it. But for the chorus, well, because I'm naturally a little sarcastic and I have to catch myself, so I wanted to deliberately have the character singing a positive lyric that's uplifting for the listener. Was never going to be Club Tropicana. The music really drives along. It's kind of relentless, so the vocals kind of match it in sort of their mania with an Iggy Pop type character singing scenes from my past, with a big nod, of course, to the positivity of Bob Marley. For the rest of the lyrics, I didn't put any thought into them whatsoever. Just whatever came to my head, ranted it out, improvised. into the microphone, and it's only later, you know, when you look at the lyrics that you see, okay, that's something that was in the back of my mind at the time, didn't realize it even. Different memories, especially a drive I made with some of my friends and a female friend whose father had passed away, and we went for a drive and tried to distract her mind maybe for a short while, but I really hadn't thought of it for years, but obviously it was somewhere back there. It had made an impression on me. People always find a way.
I've got a car and you got a problem. Let's work it out through reverse verse nonsense and record us. I race you to the curb. I make funny voices. Of my impressions. Jason, you know you at Rambo. Side-eye. Slap.
Well, it's the rhythm and the sound of the lyrics that we generally place more importance on than the meaning. We've got no messages for anybody, no interest in that, but it's funny what's underneath that bubbles up. There I was sitting next to James Cagney and Rambo and all these things. Well, the made-up lyrics were that was a feature of different bands I was in my 20s. We had some pretty far-out stuff, bands like 20 People, Goggle Fox, The Grandsons of God, Jane Fonda, absurd lyrics, absurd antics on stage, and really, really good fun. Well, the vibe of the music I thought was kind of late 70s Talking Heads, maybe Bowie Heroes, so I put a metallic effect on the voice that seems to keep it distant and personal maybe. So there are a lot of delays, there are strange choruses and distortions, and
Didn't worry, did it? He didn't worry. He didn't worry, did it?
the lyrics and the song is cohesive, and that's important to us. We did try and rework it several times, but in the end, the very first original version was the closest one to getting it right.
You got it right. To be happy, you got it right. Put up a fight. Bob Marley didn't worry, did it? He didn't worry. He didn't worry, did it? Did it?
Well, I'm not embarrassed, but there's a lot of background noise on the vocal, which I'm sure any engineer would be disgusted with us for. But that's just the situation we're in. We're in an apartment with a very basic setup, and I think even during this podcast you can probably hear someone knocking because the walls are paper thin. But you can get a good sound if you're motivated and if you trust your ears, and even with less expensive equipment, although it takes us time, you can get a good sound.